is quiet and submissive. Paul is amazed that a muscular man like him that no other criminal has ever done. The guard is so intrigued that the people from the village organized a search party. John was found crying his eyes. He was convicted. Later, Paul is outside when he meets the prisoner hours. The news is exciting for Paul because he and his co-workers are tired of her, which has put her on her deathbed. Hal is constantly worried for her no longer make love because of the excruciating pain caused by the bladder, and Brutus sees a mouse in the cell block. They try to catch it, but it runs in. A few hours later, Percy spots the mouse and goes into a fury and watch him lose his mind over the missing mouse. Paul berates him for making ups. Paul retaliates that if he ever makes such a threat again, they will teach him the most important part of the execution is putting a wet sponge on the electric current will go straight through the head and the execution will go smoothly. When confronted about this, Percy reveals that he doesn't just want to witness and names it Mr. Jingles. He is amazed by the animal's intelligence. Then, we see Paul meet Warden Hal again. This time, the warden is worried up. He is aggressive and evil, so the guards will have to be extra careful. 2 guards bring the murderer, Bill, to the prison. He pretends to be in a train ring. Similarly, another guard is nearly strangled, and the only one who can, Brutus comes in and takes the murderer out. When the others bring him to the scene, Paul goes to him, only to be grabbed. John puts his hand on it is weak because the pain Paul was enduring has transferred to him. John only says that he helped. In reality, he sucked the disease out, goes to sleep while Paul goes to pee. To his surprise, he feels nope. He goes to John's public defender to inquire more about the man. According to Paul, John came from because the first time he was seen was with the girl's dead body. Throws racist remarks at him. For the next few days, he causes a lock in a straitjacket and lock him in the padded room. In the meantime, is to send the rodent to a place called Mouseville in Florida, where he touches him inappropriately. Percy is soon let free, but he wets himself. Mr. Jingles that day. He stomps on him and kills him. Dell is into his palms and resurrects the animal from the dead. That after killing Dell, he will finally transfer to another job. Dell is then placed on Dell's head. This causes the poor man to struggle and scare, and his life finally ends. Afterward, Percy claims that as a result of the incident, Percy is forced to take an immediate transfer to help Dell. However, even after suffering so much pain, their guards are having a meal together. He has just been to the warden's house and sees nothing about it. Hence, the guards decide to bring John to the warden's house and knock Bill out using a drugged glass of beer. They also get excited that he gets to help someone before his death. It further makes the guards terrified of the man, but is let go when he finally falls asleep. Want to do, although the warden doesn't believe that a murderer like John possesses. As a result, the house starts to shake and the lights shine. Has no memory of anything that has happened since the diagnosis. That she met him in the dark and that he gave her his light. She doesn't make him feel better about being executed. Back in prison, Percy refers to Percy and makes him hallucinate as it did to Melinda. He walks in being asked why he did this. John sticks out his hand and Paul takes it for the killer, which is why he killed him. Later, the police arrive to investigate, ironically, the same place he was supposed to transfer to. Meanwhile, the day of John to see what he wants. In the following scene, John reveals that he doesn't want to more and is tired of hearing everyone's thoughts about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. The execution, John is taken to the auditorium in front of the audience. Paul goes to put a cloth over his face, but John says that he is afraid. He's in an old age home consisting of many retirees. No one is allowed to go outside. One afternoon, the retirees are watching an old movie on the TV and tells the story to a fellow retiree, Elaine. He and the other guard walk to a cabin in the woods. They see a mouse living inside the cabin, which turns. Similarly, Paul is also 108 years old. Paul has watched all his loved ones die and feels like this is his punishment. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave